With live cams about 6 a.m. right now. It was a beautiful afternoon yesterday, but many of you were probably inside watching football, but we're expecting a nice day also today.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on your Monday, January 29th.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good weekend and you're ready to start this week with nice weather in the afternoon again.
Oh yeah, yesterday was beautiful and there aren't many do-overs in life, but we get a freebie today from Mother Nature, and Mike Ostrager is here with more on that.
Yes, the nice thing about yesterday, I mean, even before all the football games, it was great. I had to do some yard work and it was really pleasant out there, just coolish enough, and that blazing sunshine, that's going to be the situation again today. And then by the afternoon, I mean, it was just t-shirt weather, and that'll again be the situation today. This morning though, you need a pretty good coat over that t-shirt if you're going that route. There's the planet Venus right now. Sun's going to be coming up in about it's going to take about an hour and a half or so, so we're not seeing the glow, obviously, as of yet. 32 degrees, freezing right now in Kerrville, 34 Bernie, Comfort, Bulverde, 33, so maybe below freezing where you are. And we've been holding at 40 for the past couple of hours. However, there is a little bit of a breeze out there, so it does feel like 36 here in town, and wind chill down to 31 there in Hondo. Not much wind, and most places it's just not even existent there, and lots of clear sky, so good radiational cooling. Mountain Cedar is on the high side, mold is low. The updated count's going to be coming out in a couple of hours later on this morning. We will have plenty of sunshine throughout the day, make it up all the way to 60 at noon, and then top off today 69 degrees, so slightly below normal to start off, a little bit above normal to finish off the day, and that's pretty much going to be the case the next couple of days. With low temperatures, will be staying up a little bit more as we go on. High temperatures are going to be pretty consistent, upper 60s, right around 70 or so. Then we'll talk about the rain chances, and rain chances over the weekend, which it's looking promising right now as far as the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive is concerned. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, what's going on, RJ?
All right, Mike. Yeah, still following the latest here on the northeast side. We had a crash being reported there, 35 northbound at O'Connor Road. I'll kind of move out of the way here a little bit, just kind of see the activity that we've seen here. We got a lot of flashing lights, emergency vehicles in this area, but good thing is we are still seeing traffic move through this area right here. If you are headed up to Topper One or Judson Road, take a look at our maps here real quick, and not causing any major delays, so that's good. Northbound 35 at O'Connor Road, not affecting traffic coming southbound there as well, but something that we'll continue to monitor. Just got off the phone with TransGuide a little while ago. They said that it was a single vehicle crash, so something that we will keep an eye on. South side here, Loop 410 eastbound at South End Road, still have a stalled vehicle that we're dealing with in this area. Going to be affecting our traffic headed up to South Press and also to 37 right there at 410. So something just keep in mind. And also something I just checked in with TransGuide. They say now that this construction is going to be out here on the eastbound lanes at Trainer Hale there. If you are headed to Seguin, that's going to be out there till about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning. So again, if you're headed out from the San Antonio area out to the Seguin area, keep this in mind. All main lanes are blocked here, eastbound I-10 at Trainer Hale. Again, that construction going to be lasting out there till about 8 o'clock. Hopefully, that's the earliest. They say maybe the latest is 9 o'clock. One other quick thing before we get back to Mark and Stephanie. We have new signage out here at 35 indicating that the Frost Bank Center Drive is now up. So we have removed the AT&T Center Parkway signs, and now we have Frost Bank Center. That's going to be leading us to the Spurs home arena. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. I knew this morning everyone was able to escape a house fire. The crews say was started by a candle on the city's south side overnight. Happened around 1:30 in the 1300 block of Janice Gale Drive. An adult and 2 children were inside at the time but got out safely as firefighters arrived at the scene. Crews were able to put out the flames quickly and no injuries were reported.
And this morning we are learning more about the woman killed after being hit by an SAPD patrol unit during a chase, and the suspect now in custody. So this happened on Friday night on W.W. White Road. The medical examiner says the woman is 47-year-old India Watson. Police tell us that the officer behind the wheel was chasing down a suspected armed carjacker. Officers say they did try to stop and help Watson, but she died at the scene. Meanwhile, police did eventually catch the suspect, 17-year-old Rene Camarillo. They charged him with the woman's murder because police say his actions led to her death.
Topping your morning headlines, President Biden is vowing to respond after 3 U.S. service members were killed and dozens more were wounded in a drone strike in Jordan.
The U.S. is blaming Iranian-backed militants for the attack. As ABC's MWin reports, this is the first time U.S. troops in the Middle East have been killed by enemy fire since the Israel-Hamas war began in October.
This morning, the U.S. outraged over the attack in Jordan that killed 3 American troops and injured at least 34 others. The White House saying Iranian-backed militants launched an explosive-laden drone into a U.S. base near the Syrian border. 8 troops had to be evacuated for a higher level of care. The Pentagon says the injuries include shrapnel wounds and possible traumatic brain injuries. The Secretary of Defense saying the U.S. will respond at a time and place of our choosing. President Biden on the attack.
We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost 3 brave souls, and we shall respond.
Iranian-backed militants have intensified recent attacks, launching more than 160 attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since October, when the war broke out between Israel and Hamas. This as Houthi rebels backed by Iran continue to attack ships transiting the Red Sea. Just this weekend, this video showed a British warship successfully shooting down a drone, and this oil tanker hit by a missile Friday and set ablaze, the crew forced to abandon ship. Several congressional Republicans have released statements calling for stronger action from the president. Our Martha Raddatz recently pressed the chairman of the Joint Chiefs on the Biden administration's strategy in the region.
We don't want to go down a path of greater escalation that drives to a much broader conflict within the region.
About 350 U.S. Army and Air Force personnel are deployed at that base in Jordan that came under attack. But in this case, air defenses failed to intercept the drone attack. Iran overnight denied any involvement. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
In other headlines, new hope in the decades-long search to solve the mystery of what happened to Amelia Earhart and the wreckage of her plane. So Earhart set out on a journey around the world back in 1937 after becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. She vanished and was never found. However, a sonar image now shows what some say could be part of her plane sitting on the ocean floor in the Pacific. Sonar experts are giving credibility to the image, saying it deserves closer inspection.
Tax filing season is here, and for millions of Americans, it might not be easy. The deadline for filing for most people is April 15. People who miss the tax deadline likely face a hefty penalty unless they ask for an extension. If needed, filing for an extension by April will give people until October to finalize their returns.
The deadline to make your voice heard during the primary elections quickly approaching. The last day to register to vote is February 5th. February 23rd is the last day to apply to vote by mail. And the deadline for mail-in ballots to be returned to Bexar County is Election Day, March 5th. So early voting runs from February 20th to March 1st.
6:07, 40 degrees.
Still to come, the Spurs are on a winning streak for the second time this month. How they can keep it going tonight against Washington.
That's right. And after the break, we have our Super Bowl matchup. How both teams got to this point after 2 close games on Championship Sunday.
And looking out there with live cam, starting off cold, 40 degrees, but we can handle it, especially knowing that later this afternoon it's going to warm up. We'll be right back.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Welcome back at 6:11. Well, the Detroit Lions were 1 win away from their first ever Super Bowl, taking on the 49ers in the NFC Championship.
And they were the ones to get on the scoreboard first yesterday. Jamison Williams gets the toss, and off he goes, 42 yards, 7-0 Lions. It was 14-0 after 1. Second quarter, Christian McCaffrey gets the Niners on the board with his 2-yard score, 14-7 Lions. Halfway through the quarter, Jahmyr Gibbs scores from 15 out on this run. Lions would be up 24-7 at halftime. Third quarter, 24-10, Brock Purdy launches downfield for Brandon Ayuk, but the ball bounces off cornerback Kendall Vildor and into the hands of Ayuk. He's down at the 4. 3 plays later, Purdy to Ayuk for the touchdown. San Fran now only down 7. After the Lions fumble on their next drive, Niners tie the game at 24-all thanks to a McCaffrey touchdown. Fourth quarter, Niners up 3 when Elijah Mitchell puts San Fran up by 10 with a 3-yard touchdown. Under a minute to go, Jared Goff, hits Williams for this last-minute 3-yard touchdown, and Detroit is only down 3. Time for the onside kick. Looks like Mike's Lions have a chance, but it's not going to happen. Niners come back to win 34-31. After the game, Goff defended San Antonio's own Josh Reynolds, who dropped some crucial passes.
Josh is stud. I got no. I mean, he made a mistake. We had plenty of mistakes out there. I missed throws. I took sacks. He made a mistake, and it happens. And he's an absolute stud.
Unless you're the Super Bowl winner, that's what this feels like. It's hard. And we did accomplish a lot, but there's just, there's a piece of me that I just feel like we're a little bit like everybody else who didn't make it, and everybody else who lost. It's what's great about this sport, what's great about the game, it's what's great about the tournament, and it's also what just crushes you.
Coach Campbell should be proud of his team. All right, earlier in the day, Chiefs-Ravens AFC title game. KC strikes first on their opening drive. Mahomes to Travis Kelce, and just like that, 7-0 Chiefs. There's your Taylor Swift cutaway, the only one we're going to show you. In the end, Kelce caught 11 passers for 116 yards and a touchdown. KC's defense delivered another masterpiece against Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, helping the Chiefs reach the Super Bowl for the 4th time in 5 years with a stunning 17-10 victory.
Just to do it with these guys after what we've been through all season long, the guys coming together, it really is special. But I told them, the job's not done. Our job now is to prepare ourselves to play a good football team in the Super Bowl and try to get that ring.
I understand, Coach going to give a speech, that's his job. But we mad, we got to this position, one game away from the Super Bowl that what I've been talking about, my team been talking about all season, and we fell short. And like I said, offense, we didn't put nothing on the board. We scored once. That's not like us, We drove the ball down the field, that's cool, but we got to put points on the board. But I feel like my team just angry, not frustrated, we just angry because we know how hard we worked to get here.
Yeah, miscues and penalties really got them. All right, so the Niners are taking on the Chiefs, facing each other in Super Bowl 58. KC will try to become the first team since New England 19 years ago to win it all in back-to-back seasons. Big game is Sunday, February 11th at 5:30 p.m. at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The game this year is on CBS.
This season, though, the Spurs have won 2 games in a row, but we'll take it. And it's no coincidence that Wemby played in all of those games. The Spurs defeated the Trailblazers Friday night, 116-100. Then Saturday night, the Spurs got their biggest win of the season, defeating one of the top teams in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So tonight, the team welcomes the Washington Wizards to town. That's for a 7 p.m. tip-off. On Wednesday, the Spurs will take on the Orlando Magic. That's followed by New Orleans on Friday and Cleveland on Saturday. All 4 games are at home before the team takes off for their rodeo road trip.
Well, 6-16. RJ, could they make it 3 in a row tonight against Washington?
I think so, yes. Wemby's been playing great. Yeah, unbelievable January for Wemby. And if you guys are headed out later today to that Spurs game, check this out. We have some new signage there on 35 indicating that we are now going to the Frost Bank Center. Yes, the bank has been open for the Spurs. Not sure if that's coincidence, guys, that Spurs finally win some games. And finally, they get some new signs out there at 35. So Frost Bank Center Drive is now open and available for fans out there if you are headed out. All right, let's get through a couple of things right now. We are still following this stalled vehicle, Loop 410 eastbound at South End Road. So again, not causing any major delays at the moment, but if you are headed up to South Presa or 37, just keep that in mind if you are headed out on the southeast side of town. A couple of accidents. We still have this ongoing situation there, I-35 northbound at O'Connor, and not causing any major delays. I've been following the very latest with TxDOT here, and we still have flashing lights in that area. And we also have a crash being reported 1604 at Bulverde Road. That just popped up on our maps right now, so something that we will continue to keep an eye on. Speaking of keeping an eye on, how about gas prices here? We are talking here the latest gas prices if you're headed out to start your work week, and we're looking at $2.76 across the city of San Antonio. A little bit 1 cent less than the state average, and obviously $3.11 less than the national average. But again, if you are headed out right now, might be a good time. We've seen gas prices uptick just a little bit out there, but everything else looking pretty good, guys.
All right, fill her up on RJ's card. Yep. Thank you, buddy. Very nice of you.
Gas yesterday, it was $2.60 something, I want to say. So Yeah.
What time of day?
20, it was late morning.
Okay.
20 gallons cost about a little more than $50. So not bad, not bad. So, all right, if you want to fill up the school bus, and temperatures 38 degrees are going to be dropping down to in the next couple of hours. So obviously you need a jacket like yesterday morning, and then this afternoon add 30 to that. Wow. 69 for a high later on this afternoon. So.
Labels for the kiddos. Because
yes.
they'll be taking off those jackets, yes.
Indeed, yes. And stuff it in the backpack, and then you'll need it again tomorrow. Same thing again. So take a look at this picture. Pretty much tells a, well, not great story out there at Canyon Lake because it is so very low. Yes, still very beautiful shot there. And it's amazing all the trees and branches and everything that you don't see when that lake is full.
You know what, Mike? A lot of fishermen, they like to mark these in their maps so that when it does fill back up, they know where those structures are because that's what holds fish in their natural habitat. So you kind of keep an eye on, oh, there's where that stump was. I'm going to throw my lure right there.
As long as you don't get your line stuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was looking for a bunch of lures and bobbers and everything hanging in there, but thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Yeah, it is still down quite a bit. Looks like that's the dam off there in the distance. We had a lot of rain last week, of course. Do have some in the forecast, and more on that in a moment. First of all, looking out there to the east, is that the glow yet? Maybe pushing things. We do have some high level moisture out there. Notice how the darkest shade is off here to the east, and with that little bit of extra moisture coming on in here, and again, this is kind of splitting hairs, maybe a slight milky shade to the sky, not that just intense blue sky out there, but still it's going to be a just fantastic day. Satellite picture, obviously there's nothing out there as of right now. There's not really much of anything around the country right now. Pretty clear, a couple little showers there, and with this storm system that is sliding off there into the Atlantic. So we've got this ridge building right in the center part of the country, and so that means great weather not only today but the next couple of days, and we'll slowly see the humidity come up, and so that's going to keep the low temperatures a little bit milder each and every day. Still not anything just off the charts. We'll be in the mid and upper 40s, heading in toward the low 50s. So again, we've got that big ridge in the middle of the country in through the middle portion of the week. Then as we get into Thursday, we're going to start to see, notice how this flow coming in here out of the west, and that's going to pull in a lot of moisture around here, and disturbances are going to come sliding along that. That's what's going to give us the chance for some rain coming in here by late Friday into Saturday. However, it is now looking like as this low moves in, it's going to take all that and push it on out of here pretty quickly. So that would get the rain Friday night, early Saturday morning, but it would move on out by mid-morning on Saturday. So forecast like this. 69 for a high temperature today, 68 tomorrow, 70 Wednesday. Very consistent all the way across the board. Chilly mornings, mild afternoons, as Steph says, put a label in your jacket, in the kids' jackets, and then more clouds Thursday, Friday, chance of rain late Friday, overnight into Saturday, some showers as well as thunderstorms. But again, the latest looks like that's out of here by, say, just after sunrise on Saturday, so looking more promising for the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive right here, 11 o'clock Saturday morning. A lot of stuff going on. You've got the Vaquero Cook-Off as well at Market Square going on all day, and all the weekend activities on top of that. So
at least it won't be cold that morning.
Yeah, we've had some with
yes, you have.
Whoa, Nelly. So
all right, dust off your boots, Mike.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. 621, 40 degrees.
And just ahead, jurors who found Alex Murdaugh guilty of murdering his wife and son last year will testify to decide whether the convicted murderer gets a new trial. That's next in your GMA First Look.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day's start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardians works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the high-stakes hearing that could result in a retrial for convicted murderer Alec Murdaugh.
Court will be in recess.
South Carolina jury members are set to testify at a hearing for the disgraced lawyer who was found guilty of killing his wife and son last year to decide whether he should get a new trial after his attorneys accused court clerk Becky Hill of jury tampering, a claim Hill denies.
They heard Ms. Hill prior to deliberations and frankly before the defense put on their case. Ms. Hill instructed, do not be fooled by the defense.
Hill, who read Murdaugh's guilty verdict, is expected to testify in the hearing alongside all 12 jurors who took part in the trial. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll hear live from legal expert Dan Abrams on what you can expect from the hearing. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
In your morning consumer headlines, X is taking action to protect Taylor Swift. The company that many still call Twitter says it's temporarily preventing users from searching for the singer's name. It comes after explicit deepfake images of Swift circulated last week. X says it made the move to prioritize safety.
Meanwhile, Fossil is getting out of the smartwatch business. The announcement ended speculation after the company had not made a new watch since 2021. The Gen 6 will be its last smartwatch. Fossil says it will keep updating its watches for the next few years.
And Apple's out with a new ad for its soon-to-be-released Vision Pro Vision headset. Focuses on how hand gestures can be used to control what users do. Voice and eye commands will also work. The nearly $3,500 device is available on Friday. And what you want to bet we see that ad during this year's Super Bowl.
Oh, for sure. I think that's a good guess there. Time now 6:26 and 40 degrees for now.
Let's check the roads together right now at 90 and 36th Street. And yes, Mike, you're right. The very beginning of that Monday morning sunrise has begun. We'll talk to both RJ and Mike on the other side of the break. Outside with live cam, beautiful start to the work week. Mike's forecast is coming up as we copy and paste from Sunday to Monday weather-wise.
It is beautiful out there. Good morning. It is 6:30. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for starting your day with us. Mike Ostrage joins us now. Mike, you mentioned earlier that there was a hint of a possibility, rather, of patchy fog here or there. Have you had any reports yet whatsoever?
Haven't seen anything. We've got these clear skies, and that's allowing temperatures to drop, and still some leftover moisture around, but yeah, just be on the lookout in some low-lying areas. It's not obviously widespread at all. Nothing out there right now except for that beautiful sunrise that's starting to take shape looking off to the east. It is definitely chilly. By the way, there is that little dot right there. That's the planet Venus. 40 is the current temperature, so we're slightly below normal. Dew point stands at 35, and temperatures can still drop off a little bit, but we've got this breeze, so that does keep the air stirred up just enough. We will bottom out, though, at 38 when it's all said and done. Down to freezing right now in Bulverde, along with Kerrville. 33 Comfort and 36 up the road at Bernie Stage. Got some mid-30s in portions of Medina County as well. And then factor in a little bit of a breeze, and it feels like 28 right now in Kerrville, 33 out there at Randolph, and the wind chill here in town is at 36 degrees. So definitely bundle up, and then won't need a jacket later on today. Mountain Cedar is high, mold is low. The updated count's going to come out in just a couple of hours or so. So plenty of sunshine, obviously, today. Maybe a milky shade to the sky or a couple of high wispy clouds. Otherwise, beautiful day, continuation of the weekend, upper 60s for a high temperature. Tomorrow, Wednesday, pretty much the same thing. Low temperatures won't be as chilly, still jacket weather, and a few more clouds. Then more clouds Thursday, Friday, and we've got that chance of rain then coming in here late Friday, and now it's looking like it's going to be wet only in the first part of the day Saturday, early in the morning, and then that's going to start to clear out, and we will be somewhat cooler on Sunday. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez, what's going on, sir?
All right, Mike, some good news for our drivers out northeast side. We have cleared out that crash 35 northbound at O'Connor Road. As you take a look at these TransGuide shots right behind me here, we now have traffic moving pretty smooth here in both directions. So it was causing a little bit of a delays, but nothing major out there. Good stuff by TxDOT clearing that out as soon as possible. We do have some ongoing construction taking place right now. This is the I-10 eastbound at Trainer Hale. So this is going to be for our drivers headed out to the Seguin area. Checked in with TransGuide a little while ago, and they said that they do expect all the main lanes here of I-10 eastbound to be shut down throughout at least 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock this morning. So keep this in mind if you are headed out of the main part of the city of San Antonio out to the east side there. I-10 eastbound past FM 1518 going to be closed down there for a little while. The rest of the city, things looking pretty good right now. Still have a stalled vehicle being reported on our southeast side. That's going to be Loop 410 East at Southton Road, right before you get to Presa and I-37 in that area. But for the most part, again, traffic looking pretty good. And we've been talking about some new signage out there for the Spurs, the Frost Bank Center. You see that right there. We now have Frost Bank Center Drive. TxDOT crews went ahead and installed some of those new signs out there on 35. So if you are headed out to the Spurs game tonight, you're going to run into this new exit there. Of course, that replacing AT&T Center Parkway. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, sir. 3 months after a Northside ISD police officer shot a woman outside a football game, families still have more questions than answers.
Since it happened, KSAT 12 has reached out multiple times to the district and San Antonio police to get the names of those involved. As Avery Everett shows us, our request has been denied each time.
This stadium sits empty on Sunday, but stains from what happened here just 3 months ago still linger. On October 28th, a Northside ISD officer shot a woman in the arm after she was said to be, quote, aggressive and belligerent. The shooting happened at the Dub Ferris Athletic Complex just minutes before kickoff between Sotomayor and O'Connor. Days after the shooting, KSAT 12 first reached out to San Antonio police and NISD requesting the name of the officer and woman involved. Per state law, to request the body camera footage of what happened, we need the name of someone on the recording that's not the officer. Our initial requests were denied as SAPD was still investigating, and no arrest had yet been made. Now, 3 months later, and after more than a dozen requests from KSAT, SAPD and NISD say not much has changed. Both declined our interview request this week, but they responded to some of our emails. SAPD says the investigation is still ongoing, but confirmed that it is, quote, wrapping up and will soon be sent to the district attorney's office.
When I asked SAPD for a timeline of this, or if even any charges were going to be made, I never got a direct response. But SAPD did refer us back to NISD when it comes to releasing the names of the officer and the woman involved. And per the advice of the legal counsel, NISD said they would not release the names.
A spokesperson said, quote, I understand this to be normal protocol, given that this is still an active case, end quote. One concern from family and staff at the game was that no announcement was ever made alerting them of the shooting.
Leaving the game, we still didn't know exactly what was going on. We still just hearing from mom saying somebody got shot. It was like, oh my God, we had no clue.
An NISD spokesperson said this week over email that NISD police at the scene determined the incident to be, quote, isolated and contained. They also said that was why no communication was made with people at the stadium. With this investigation still ongoing, it's been 3 months, and there's still no timeline on how much longer NISD families have to wait for more answers.
That spokesperson says some NISD staff had a debrief after the shooting to discuss some of the communication strategies. He said in this instance, neither principal from either school had any concerns sent over to them. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, a few hours after the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo barbecue cook-off, a woman says her car vanished. Terry Vasquez says a parking lot of I-35 was the only one with a spot she could find. She says she paid an attendant $20 cash to park there. Vasquez says she was given a pink sticky note to put in her car, but at the end of the night, Vasquez, she and another person who parked there had to get their cars from an impound lot.
I was just grateful that my car wasn't stolen or vandalized. It could have been a worse situation.
In KSAT called the number on the door of the business where Vasquez parked. A man whose business shares this lot said he had no idea someone was using their parking lot for profit.
This morning, the U.S. Senate is close to finishing up a bipartisan landmark immigration deal. The deal gives the Department of Homeland Security the authority to shut down the border if migrant crossings or encounters surge beyond Border Patrol's capacity. Asylum seekers would still be allowed through regular ports of entry. The bill would also speed up the processing of asylum claims, requiring cases be evaluated within 6 months. However, this deal could be in jeopardy, with former President Donald Trump pressuring congressional Republicans not to compromise.
There is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America.
Lawmakers say if the immigration deal doesn't work out, it could have serious implications for Ukraine and Israel. Congressional Republicans have demanded that military assistance for both countries be linked to any immigration reform.
Back here in Texas, border apprehensions hit record highs in December, and there's a dispute between the state and federal government on what to do next.
Congressman Tony Gonzalez and Henry Cuellar joined us on Leading SA this weekend to give us some insight. Here's Max Massey.
This weekend, we were able to speak to both Congressman Henry Cuellar and Congressman Tony Gonzalez, opposite sides of the aisle, but obviously the border a huge issue, not just because it is ongoing right now and we're waiting for bipartisan legislation, but because there's a direct impact here in San Antonio from what occurs over there. So we got perspectives from both lawmakers. Here's a bit of what each had to say.
So we do have a problem, and we got to make sure that we address this not only on the 1 yard line called the U.S.-Mexico border, but also on the 20-yard line. What do I mean by that? Getting Mexico to do more to slow down not only people coming to the U.S., stopping people coming to the U.S. border, but also the drugs that are coming into the U.S.
We are a very compassionate city, and there's a way to fix this. And the way to fix this is to surge immigration judges immediately to the border and get people's cases heard in days, not years. And if somebody doesn't qualify for asylum, which is 9 out of 10, you immediately deport them.
You can check out both interviews in their entirety right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. We have Leading SA every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Back to you.
See you then, Max. Thank you. 639, 39 degrees.
And just ahead, some important news for parents. We have some simple things that you can do to nurture your child's emotional health.
Welcome back, 6:43 on your Monday morning. In this morning's KSAT Kids segment, we're talking about caring for your child's mind.
Experts say 1 in 5 children in the U.S. experience a mental health disorder every year, and about $247 billion is spent on treating those conditions.
Alexa Lorento tells us how you can talk with your child about their emotional health.
Mental health disorders are an epidemic, and children are not immune. Studies show nearly 7.7 million children and teens have at least one treatable mental health disorder. So how can you teach your child to nurture their mental health? First, encourage emotional intelligence. That's helping children perceive, express, and regulate their emotions while understanding the emotions of others. You can help foster this skill by watching a movie together and asking questions.
How do you think the characters feel in these situations? Naming emotions and then saying, how would you handle that situation? What do you think they did well? What do you think they didn't do well?
Another way to boost emotional health is to help kids recognize signs of stress.
Let's think back to how you were feeling before this meltdown occurred. Have you been tired? Are you hungry? How does your body feel in this moment?
Also, promote self-care habits. This may include enjoying a soothing activity like drawing, reading a book, or spending time in nature. And talk about your own feelings to use as teaching points.
I was feeling frustrated in that moment, or I was feeling upset in that moment. And this is what I'm going to do to help myself feel better. I'm going to take some deep breaths and I'm going to take a break.
With ways to strengthen emotional health in kids, I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
6:45.
From this angle, the traffic looks okay, but let's get a check back with RJ Marcus.
Yeah, guys, traffic looking pretty good to start your week here on your Monday morning. Taking a look here real quick at Loop 410 and Fredericksburg, traffic moving pretty smooth in both directions there. Loop 410, McCullough, same situation there as well. We are starting to see a stalled vehicle here on the northbound lanes of 35 at Pine. So this just popped up on TxDOT's website. So something that we'll continue to monitor as we make our way through here. But again, if you are coming up from 35, 37 northbound there at Pine. One other other thing we want to show you here with our maps. Of course, we had this crash earlier that O'Connor Road and northbound 35. That has been cleared out, so our map's still indicating some activity there. And we still have this stalled vehicle there, Loop 410 eastbound there at Southton Road, right before we hit Presa and 37, but not causing any major delays at the moment. And we also want to let you know we still have this ongoing construction there, I-10 eastbound at Trainer Hale. So if you are headed out to Seguin right now, just keep in mind that the eastbound lanes there are blocked there for the moment. Want to let you know also about a closure that's going to be taking place in the downtown area. So they're going to be doing some maintenance work here in this section of Dolorosa Street from Santa Rosa Street to South Laredo Street. That's going to be closed starting today from 9 a.m. To 7 p.m. And this is going to be a daily closure through February 9th. So they're taking care of some maintenance work out there, some electrical work. So keep this in mind if you are headed out to the downtown area. But other than that, things looking pretty good out there, guys, to start your Monday morning.
Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, RJ.
A lot going on right there with
South Alamo,
Santa Rosa right there, and
a lot.
Yeah,
and that's just the start. There's another closure next week that's going to start there as well. So
keep us posted.
Yeah.
It's always fun trying to get down to Market Square in the afternoon. So
that's
we were
right.
just talking movies, and you said you just rented The Holdovers.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
with
really
Paul
good.
Giamatti. Great movie. That's a good rental. And the one I saw Christmas break was the Maestro. That's a good one too.
I want to see that as well.
Yeah, and they're all nominated for actor awards.
Yeah,
So
that's accurate.
Bradley Cooper and Paul Giamatti and.
Carey Mulligan, was she?
Yeah, Carey Mulligan
Okay,
from Maestro played his wife, too. So a couple of good movies if you are looking for something to do this weekend. It'd be good to do on Friday night. That's going to be a good movie watching night. All right, I like this picture. I love that little stained glass window right there. And, of course, the beautiful sunset, or I'm sure that is gorgeous to look through and see this beautiful sunrise. We got a couple of high wispy clouds going on right now, but boy, just a fantastic day. We are going to be dropping down maybe another degree or two, been holding at 40 for the past couple of hours, and not much wind out there, a slight little breeze, so there is a hint of a wind chill in places, but plenty of sunshine today. We'll make it up to 60 at noon, and then we top off at 69 degrees for high temperature. So we start off a couple of degrees below normal. I've been saying this all morning, and then we end up a few degrees above normal. So when it's all said and done, we're going to gain 30 degrees throughout the course of the day. So good indication that we've got some very dry air around here, and we're going to have beautiful weather the next couple of days, but we'll start to see slight changes, especially in the low temperatures. Here's what's going on around the country. We've got this big ridge right here, which is developing, and look, as we go into the middle portion of the week, that's pretty much the dominant feature all around the country. We've got this nice north to northwesterly flow, which is keeping the beautiful weather around here. However, we start to see a bit more moisture come in here down at the surface, and that's what's going to hold those low temperatures up ever so slightly. But still, this ridge means gorgeous weather around here. Now, once we get into Thursday, we start to kind of feel the effects of that low out there, and the southern branch of the jet stream, which is getting us in this kind of southwesterly flow, that's going to start to also pull in some more moisture, help out with the moisture. And then also, you think back to last week and last weekend, and when we had all the rain, we had all the disturbances sliding across this. That's what's going to be going on Friday night into early Saturday. That next rainmaker moves on through here, but right now it's looking like this low and this jet is going to be quick enough to just throw that on past us. And so it'll come in here Friday night, but then get pushed on out of here fairly quickly into the rest of the day on Saturday, and then that low will just move off to the east of us, and we're going to have a nice day on Sunday and to start off next week as well. So here's what it looks like. We are going to have temperatures upper 60s, right around 70 for most all of the week. More clouds are going to be moving on in here as the week rolls on. Low temperatures, which today is going to be the coolest morning of the rest of the week, and then we'll start to kind of come up a little bit as the week rolls on. Then we've got that rain chance around here on Friday late, overnight into Saturday. And as of right now, like I said, some of the latest computer model data, and this sort of been going back and forth, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it. But it has the rain overnight, but getting out of here by, say, mid-morning on Saturday. So keep talking about the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive. And right now, it's looking like that rain's going to be out of here by the time that gets going at 11 o'clock.
that'll work out for everybody.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Right now, we're at 6:50, 39 degrees.
Tomorrow on GMSA, we are going to Career Day. We're going to head to Warrenley Elementary and meet some kiddos over there who help run their student newscast.
Outside with Live Cam on a Monday morning. Hope you're starting your day the right way and you've got a good head start. You're watching GMSA.
Good Monday morning. Coming up here on GMA, the story we're all following, the deadly attack on U.S. troops in the Middle East. We're going to have the latest there. And E. Jean Carroll joining us this morning after former President Trump was ordered to pay her more than $80 million for defaming her. That and so much more on GMA.
You still have time to save someone's life. KSAT community wants to get everyone involved during National Blood Donor Month.
If you want to schedule your first ever donation, or if this kind of thing is a regular thing for you, go ahead and visit donatebloodtoday.com to schedule it.
If you're out the door at 7 o'clock, you have just about 5 minutes left.
Let's get a check back with RJ Marquez.
Yeah, guys, things looking pretty good to start your work week here as we take you right here to show a little bit of our maps. Biggest thing we're following at the moment is a stalled vehicle in the downtown area. Going to look here at 35 northbound at North Pine Street, but again, not causing too many major delays. Of course, we usually kind of see this sort of busy activity anywhere in the downtown area, so just keep this in mind if you're headed out right now. So one other thing that we've been talking about throughout the entire morning is that they have changed the signage out there at the Frost Bank Center. So we're now looking at Frost Bank Center Drive. The Spurs going for 3 straight wins tonight, but if you are headed out there or in this area, you're going to run into these signs. Pretty cool stuff to see overnight. Nice.
Something else pretty cool to see is this gorgeous sunrise this morning. Absolutely spectacular out there. Grab sunglasses, grab a coat. Freezing down to 31 right now in Comfort 32 Kerrville. Freezing Bulverde and mid-30s Spurney over in toward Hondo. A little bit of a wind chill, so turn up the collar, and then 90 and 60.
Oh, I hope not.
Please. Anyway, 69 for a high temperature later on today. Again, you stay up too late watching a football game.
Aww.
And next few days, very, very nice. Low temperatures will come up ever so slightly. More clouds by the mid to latter portion of the week. Chance of rain Friday overnight into early Saturday. Right now, it looks like it's going to clear out about mid-morning Saturday.
Nobody would be surprised if the temperatures are that wacky here in Texas.
Well, this is true.
Good point.
Yeah.
But we'll take what we have. Y'all have a good day.